welcome to a special edition of Medicine in Meadville. I'm Duane Koller from Meadville Medical Center, and we're coming today from CATA. And it's okay. Now, why is Medicine in Meadville talking about CATA? Well, you got to get to the doctor's office. You got to get to the hospital sometimes, and we got a big need for help with that. So, Tim Geibel, director here at CATA, it's great to talk with you about this. And so, let's start with. There's been so much going on with CATA. It's hard to keep track of it all. So, new partnership with Venango County. We got new buses rolling around. Let me ask you that. I see the buses all over the place now. Compressed natural gas. How'd that come to be? How's it working?
Well, we've been under transformational growth the past 2 years, and we've really stuck to our mission, which is to provide safe and reliable transportation in Crawford and Venango counties. We've been working very closely with PennDOT Bureau of Public Transportation. We've been very successful in receiving discretionary grants, and we have really transformed our operation in the past 2 years, like you mentioned, with Venango County, now a part of CATA, opening a new storage, wash, and maintenance facility, which gives us full control of maintaining our vehicles, and introduction of compressed natural gas, and that's a huge initiative. That's probably the most visible thing, other than our new facility, that you can see. The way that came about was Pennsylvania passed legislation to create a public-private partnership to build and operate over 20 compressed natural gas fueling stations on transit authority property across the Commonwealth. They're working with Trillium Industries, who are actually building and maintaining the station. So we have a compressed natural gas fueling station with a pump that has 2 dispensers at our garage in Vernon Township, which is actually owned by Trillium Industries, but fueling for our vehicles. So we can fuel our vehicles at any time during the day, and currently we have 3 compressed natural gas vehicles, and our hope is that over the next 5 to 7 years, as our vehicles age out, we can replace them with compressed natural gas and have upwards of 20 to 25 natural gas vehicles running in Crawford County. We are the first entity in Crawford County to introduce compressed natural gas here in Crawford County. We're very excited about it. It's been a great PR advantage for us, but financially, it's a huge savings for us. I think if you look at the pump price today, diesel is $3.50, $3.70.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. It's like somebody has a hiccup in Saudi Arabia, and the gas price shoots up 20 cents the next day. Natural gas. We're the world leader in the production of natural gas right here at home. Man, I would love to be able to convert vehicles at my house to that, but there's no station yet, and there's no place to get it. And so I'm hoping that's coming.
Well, I hope so, and I hope CATA demonstrating being a leader in compressed natural gas can show the community that this is an alternative fuel source that does work. It does save money. Right now, when you factor in the price of the gas, the expenses to compress and store the gas, and to dispense the gas, we are paying on average $1.30 per gallon equivalent versus diesel. And diesel prices maybe $3.50, $3.70.
So you're a third.
It's costing us a third to fuel our vehicles, and the vehicles are quieter, the emissions are cleaner, and it is definitely an alternative fuel source for the future. I believe we were the 7th station to go live in the state of Pennsylvania. And as you see natural gas stations starting to pop up across the Commonwealth, it makes it more affordable, it makes it more viable for the public to purchase vehicles. Now, right now, we are stationed to only fuel CATA vehicles. We can't sell natural gas to the general public, but I'm hoping that as we grow and expand, we offer opportunities to the nonprofits, to the municipal governments to potentially offer natural gas and do some maintenance for their vehicles as well.
So, this isn't an economic show, but to me, this is a big deal, and you guys are the pioneers out there making this work. So let me ask you 2 questions. One, when I step on the gas pedal on the new bus that's compressed out, is it a real dog now? It doesn't run like the other one used to.
From what our drivers say, the pickup is a little softer.
Okay.
So we can still get up to speed. We can still run the vehicles. Maintenance-wise, they're brand new vehicles, so there's very minimal maintenance costs. What we do here is that the diesel vehicles have a little quicker acceleration, but these vehicles that we have, and they're 30-foot low-floor vehicles that are 500,000-mile vehicles. So we're going to be running them for the next 10 to 12 years, and they're proving to be very, very good vehicles for us.
So is it way more expensive for a compressed natural gas fuel system than it is for diesel or for gasoline or whatever? It's obviously it's still new, so there's probably some things that are going to, as more of it as it becomes more prevalent.
The cost of technology is coming down. but the incremental cost increase to buy a CNG vehicle versus a diesel vehicle, there is cost increase. But when you're looking at using that vehicle for 10 to 15 years and putting on literally 500 million miles on that vehicle, the payback is phenomenal. Because like you said, we're buying fuel at 1/3 the price that you're paying at the pump for diesel.
I remember hearing a couple years ago that if I was to convert a pickup truck at my house, the conversion was going to cost $5,000 or $6,000 or whatever. But the kit could transfer to a future, when the truck wears out, it could transfer to a future vehicle 2 or 3 more times after that. So I'm like, wow, I would love to have that available myself.
If the fueling stations were around that you can fuel, then you'd be able to do that. And we're hoping that being a leader in compressed natural gas, that we can show the community that this is a technology that works. It's a fuel system that's sustainable. And as you said, the fuel's right underneath our feet. So we have all the natural gas here that we could ever use, and it's proving to be a great investment for us. And what that does, by saving money on fuel, we could reallocate those dollars to service on the street to meet the needs of the community.
Well, on another side of that is, okay, the fuel's right here, and we're not pumping it out of the ground. Let's make some jobs for people locally rather than in Texas or Saudi Arabia. We've got uses for it right here. So I think that's a great thing on the economic side, on the customer service, saving some money myself side. And so how are people responding to the new buses?
Very, very well. We've had tremendous amount of response, and it's been very positive. Not just the look of the vehicles, because with these new natural gas vehicles, we have implemented a new vehicle design. So you can see they look a little sharper, they look a little more sleeker.
They're very noticeable. You see
very
them, yeah.
noticeable. And but the insides, it's a new vehicle. We have new technology in the vehicles, so we're actually working with the Medical Center Foundation on a partnership program where we have nonprofits advertising inside the vehicles, and we have a monitor display that shows images and rotates every 15 seconds to provide information about the YMCA, the ARC, Women's Services, the Medical Center Foundation. So we're working with a lot of nonprofits to help educate our riders about their services while they're riding the bus. But it's been, all in all, it's been a very good transition. We built a brand new maintenance program, and we're maintaining our vehicles now, and things at CATA are doing very, very well.
So do you think, you're the pioneer here in this area, are there people catching on? Are they coming and checking out what you're doing? And is it going to spread?
Yeah, I think it is going to spread. And we've had some conversations with some entities that want to purchase natural gas vehicles, but they have nowhere to fuel them. They may be based in Erie, and they're driving a geographical range between Erie and Grove City. And if they invest in CNG vehicles stored in Erie and they're traveling between Grove City, where's a place for them to fuel? So we have had some conversations with various entities, and if we were to get serious about that, we'd work with Vernon Township about the permitted use of our facility. But I think definitely being a pioneer, getting exposure, getting the vehicles on the road, all that's going to do is help make this transition to compressed natural gas on a larger scale much easier.
Well, let me ask you a question about something else new here that's here just in the last year or so, the new facility over in Vernon Township. Talk about that for a second, and kind of the background and how it's helping the service.
Well, that was another transition. We've been working on a new facility for about 7 years now. And prior to opening this maintenance and storage facility, we were parking buses in 4 different locations in the Meadville area. We did not have control over our maintenance services. We were working with private contractors, and to be able to open a facility, transition vehicles to a new facility, hire mechanics, build a maintenance program, and get everybody in and operational at the last week of February, which, as you know, we had a horrible winter. It was a tremendous feat. And our operations staff did a tremendous job. We have a great team of men and women here that are providing service every day and overseeing service every day. Our Crawford-based manager, Ben Walker, was instrumental in getting us into this facility. And when you think about taking vehicles from 4 different locations, moving them to one location, taking a scheduling team from Cochranton, moving them to a new facility, opening a facility, setting up policies and procedures in the middle of winter, and we never missed a phone call. We never missed a bus pull out in the morning. We never missed a trip. That was a tremendous, tremendous feat for my staff to accomplish. And by having our own facility, we can centralize where the drivers are reporting. We can respond to issues quicker, and it's saving us money so that we can put additional services on the street.
I'm hearing what you're saying. When you're all over the place, it's a whole lot harder to keep things running smoothly and,
Right.
and everybody pulling on the oar the same way as when you get everything right together. I get you on that one. One more question. So the partnership with Venango County, what's that meant? How's that all come together, and what's that meant?
Yeah, this process started in 2013. Legislation at the state level, PA Act 89 of 2013, incentivized counties to merge and consolidate transit operators. Historically, there's 67 counties in the state. There were over 85 different entities
Wow.
providing some level of public transportation across the Commonwealth. It doesn't make sense to have every single county, and some counties having multiple services. So we were one of the forefront leaders in taking advantage of this legislation to actually study the region of Crawford, Clarion, Forest, Warren, and Venango, the 5 counties, and does it make sense for each county to come under the control of one municipal authority and provide service? And the study found that it did. And what the study found was that CATA here in Meadville, we have the most robust and advanced transit program in the 5-county region, so CATA should be the leader in that process. Once that study was done, the Venango County Commissioners approached our board of directors, indicating that they are interested in some type of relationship with CATA. 2 years after that, they became a full member of our municipal authority. We almost doubled in size. We went from about 45 employees to 80. At one point, we're up to about 85 employees, and we transitioned into a 2-county municipal authority, and we've been in this relationship with Venango County for a little over 2 years now, and we have a dispatch point in Franklin. We're working on a new construction project in Oil City, and it's proven to be a very good partnership.
Very good. Well, hold that thought. I want to ask you more things, but we have a health tip for you today. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Terry Ray Anthony from AAA East Central. I'm a safety advisor, and I have your health tip for today, and that is that you should check your car seat to see when it expires. A lot of people don't know that there is an expiration date. For most seats, it's 6 years, some a little longer. You can check your car seat owner's manual and look for the label on the seat that tells you that the year of the seat is manufactured. And that's your health tip for today.
Well, thanks for the health tip. We appreciate those. We are at CATA today talking with Tim Geibel, and a lot of great things going on. And Tim, I want to ask you about, okay, so I know at the hospital, many of our customers use your service to get there. Volunteers and employees use the service to get there. And there's some new things coming up, really exciting things. So let me throw you that first question is, okay, if I'm a senior and maybe I don't have a driver's license anymore or whatever, how do I go about getting some help if I need to get to the doctor's office or if I need to get to the hospital?
Sure. The Pennsylvania Lottery funds transportation for senior citizens. If you're a senior citizen age 65 or older, you can utilize any fixed route bus for free. Those are our city routes that operate in Meadville, Titusville, Franklin, and Oil City, and also our new Lifeline routes, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Okay.
And then also we have a door-to-door program that if you're 65 or older, you can ride for a discount thanks to the lottery. And a typical trip for a senior citizen on a door-to-door will be between $2 and $3 one way.
So if I have some disability kind of things, and maybe I have a walker or a cane or whatever. I mean, is it going to be easy for me to get into that vehicle?
Yep, absolutely. Every vehicle we have is ADA accessible.
Okay.
So most of our vehicles have a wheelchair ramp. So if an individual cannot climb 2 stairs to get in the vehicle, we can lower the ramp, securely strap a wheelchair, or an individual will bring a walker on, and we would raise them into the vehicle. All of our vehicles have tie-down straps, so once a wheelchair is in the vehicle, it is firmly secured, and it's a very safe mode of transportation.
See, I already knew the answer to that because I spend a lot of time over at the hospital, and I see those vehicles coming all the time. I mean, it's like hourly. It seems like it's happening several times an hour. So thanks for that. I mean, that's a great thing for the customers who, I can get the feeling trapped thing. You know, I mean, if you're too old, you can't keep your driver's license going or whatever. I get that.
And our services are not strictly for senior citizens. It's open to the general public, whether it's a door-to-door service or our city routes. For adults riding the city routes, those can be between $1.25 and $2 one way. We have many programs that help reduce the cost for non-seniors on the door-to-door service. So what we like to tell people is that if you have a mobility need, if you need a ride to a doctor's appointment or you need a ride to work, give us a call. And we have many programs to help you, access our services.
So now let's extend that for a second. Let's say I live in Titusville, and maybe Titusville doesn't have a specialist, but they do have it in Meadville. Can we help with that one?
Absolutely, and we've recently launched a brand new partnership with the Meadville Medical Center Foundation and the Titusville Area Hospital to support a lifeline route that is connecting Titusville and Meadville 2 days per week. This route currently operates Tuesdays and Thursdays with 4 round trips per day. So what that means is that if you live in Titusville and you need to access Meadville, whether it's a social service appointment, whether it's a medical appointment, you could board the bus as a senior for free and ride the whole way to Meadville and back. For an adult, it costs $2 one way. And when we recently launched this route, I went down to meet some of the passengers that were boarding the bus to go to Titusville. And there was a young woman there with her daughter, and I thanked her for riding the bus. It was actually the very first day the route ran. And I asked her, I said, well, why are you riding today? And she said, well, I moved to Meadville about 6 months ago and I don't have a car. My mother lives in Titusville and she's battling cancer.
Oh, wow.
And I want to take my daughter out to see her. So here's an individual that has no way of getting to see her mother who's struggling with cancer, and now she can pay $2 and get on the bus at the downtown mall and ride to Titusville. And that's an extremely important trip for her. That's exactly why we're doing this route, is to provide those connections. And we wouldn't be able to do this route if it wasn't for the support that we're receiving from the Meadville Medical Center Foundation and the Titusville Area Hospital.
So the other side of that is, so you said there's several trips on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. So maybe my doctor's appointment or my visit, with whatever professional I was going to see is at 10 o'clock, but the bus isn't going to wait, but there's another pickup, a few hours later on.
Yes, we're doing 4 round trips a day on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you can board the bus in Titusville at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock for trips into the Meadville area. So whether you want to come into Meadville for 2 hours or 4 hours, we can accommodate that. And also from Meadville into Titusville, for individuals that need to access Titusville. And this new route has stops in Hightown and Townville. So if you live in Townville and you need to access Meadville or Titusville, we have that public connection for you now 2 days per week.
So now it's not just Meadville, Titusville. There's some other routes as well?
Yes, we started this branding campaign called Lifeline Service. We want to provide lifeline access to any resident in Crawford or Venango counties. Part of this Lifeline service is new fixed routes like the Titusville to Meadville route. And we've recently launched a Conneaut Lake to Meadville route, and our first Lifeline route was Sagertown to Meadville. That's been operating for 2 years now. So we have partnerships with the Hudson Company and the Evans Square and Conneaut Lake and other entities to help subsidize transportation. So if you live in Conneaut Lake and you need to ride to the Vernon Place for an outpatient visit, you can do that. If you're a senior, that service is free. And we have 3 round trips a day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, connecting Conneaut Lake into Meadville.
I know in the past, I've worked at the hospital for a long time, and I know an issue that was a concern for many years was people's accessibility to get to our facility. You'd like to, and we have rural health clinics in Conneautville and Conneaut Lake and several places around. But still, you can't, is the heart doctor going to be busy all day just in Conneautville? Well, probably not, but he is going to be busy in Meadville. So there's, there were transportation issues that have been around for a long time. Honestly, I can say this to you quite frankly, I'm not hearing those complaints anymore like I used to. So thank you for what you're doing. I think it's working. Well,
thank you. And if you talk to any nonprofit agency, any community group, and you say, besides funding, what's one of your 2 biggest challenges? I would guarantee almost everyone's going to say transportation. And we've been strategically working to address those needs. And these Lifeline routes, the partnerships that we're building are helping us accomplish that. And when you tie that back into opening our maintenance facility, having control of maintenance, introducing compressed natural gas. We are able to save money internally so that we can put new routes out, so that we could meet more demand. And at the end of the day, we're here to provide service. We're here to provide safe and reliable service. And by able to starting these lifeline routes, that's really helping us accomplish that.
Let me ask you a personal question for a second, Tim. Not too personal, but you and I served together on United Way board
Yes.
for a number of years, and I think you and I share. What's a good way to get into what's going on in the community is to be out there and be involved in things. And I know you are, and I am too. Again, am I seeing that right? I mean, is that you want to get your finger on the pulse of the community by being out?
Yeah, I have a strong passion for Crawford County, and I believe in public transportation. I believe in what we're doing, and we can only do it with partnerships. So it was very important to me to be engaged with the United Way for a number of years. I was very fortunate to be elected to the Meadville Medical Center Board of Directors last year, and that's a great, tremendous opportunity for me personally, but that also provides value to CATA. And from a personal standpoint, I want to do everything that I can to help this community thrive. And running a rural transportation authority, a nationally recognized rural transportation authority, is my way of trying to give back to the community.
People have you expect Pittsburgh and Philly, they've got buses they'll pick you up. You're right in the country, we're not going to have that. And it used to be that way.
Right.
Things have changed. So hats off. I mean,
Thank you.
things are I think, I don't, did it sneak up on, I don't think so. I mean, I've been paying close attention to it, and like I said before, we're not getting the same complaints about accessibility that we used to get at the hospital.
Well, sometimes when you're so engaged in the day-to-day and you're going through so much change, it's hard to see the totality of everything that's happened. But when I came to Crawford back in 2006, we had 12 vehicles and 16 employees. We have 65 vehicles. We have 75 employees. We do over 1,000 passenger trips every single day, and that matters, and every trip matters. So, when we have people coming into our community saying, where I used to live, there was never any bus service. So we do have a very well-defined, public transportation network. The community supports us, and we've been doing wonderful things here, and we're excited about the future, and we're going to keep moving forward to try and provide more service. We're hoping to expand our Lifeline route network here within the next year and just really keep doing positive things for the community.
So let me ask you, so let's say maybe I just lost my driver's license because I got too old, like, a medical issue or whatever. Who would I call? How would I get in touch with the services that can help me?
Yep, our phone number is 336-5600. You can get information on our website at catabus.org. That's catabus.org. We have a dispatch team that could answer your questions, or even if you see a bus driver, ask a bus driver. Our men and women that work here are very friendly. They're very passionate about their jobs, and we're here to meet community needs. So, even if you don't think you need to use CATA services now, come talk with us, and let's tell you about what we can offer you. So if you do need our services, you know how to access our services. And like I said, we do over 1,000 trips every day, and we're proud to provide those services.
That's shocking. Wow. That's like, I didn't think the number was anywhere near that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, one more time, the phone number.
814-336-5600.
Tim Geibel from CATA, thank you for being with us on Medicine in Meadville. Thanks for what you're doing. It's great.
Thank you.
Well, and also thanks to the folks at home for joining us today, and we'll talk to you next time.
We are the Crawford Area Transportation Authority and Venango County Transit. We provide public transportation services for all of Crawford and Venango counties.
I go to Secretary to visit my husband. He's in a nursing home. My daughter works and my son lives in Pittsburgh. The other one just moved to South Carolina. So I'm a little bit, in between rides right now.
As a driver coming into the organization, my experiences with the passengers were the importance of our service. It's very important to them to get from home out to shopping, doctor's appointments, and all the necessities they need to get out and about, especially those who don't have the means to get out on their own. We provide that service for them.
Every morning, come down here, get on this bus, and then go to Secretary, and ride this bus back, get the other bus, go home. So, I use it just about every day, except Sunday.
Hi, I'm Kristen Arendash. I'm the planning manager for CATA. We work very hard to improve our bus schedules, improve our routes, and trying to serve the most people in the most efficient way possible. We're launching a branding campaign called Lifeline Services to provide public transportation to every resident of Crawford and Venango County.
We have fixed route services in the cities of Meadville, Titusville, Oil City, Franklin, and Cranberry Township. In addition to fixed route services, we provide door-to-door paratransit services throughout all of Crawford and Venango counties. Our team of 85 men and women work hard every day to provide quality services to our communities, and we do over 1,000 passenger trips every single day.
Included in this new Lifeline service are regional fixed routes to provide transportation for people in Titusville, Sagertown, and Quantiat Lake into Meadville. We also have a fixed route in Venango County that connects Oil City, Franklin, and Seneca.
The future of rural transit is partnerships. We've forged great partnerships with the Venango County Human Services, System of Care in Crawford County, Allegheny College, the Meadville Medical Center, and many more. When we talk about partnerships, our slogan is Partners in Transit because every trip matters, and we truly believe that. What we do every day is important to our riders and our communities, and people rely on our services.
Women's Services provides shelter and resources for women and children and men who are fleeing domestic and sexual violence situations. So our partnership with CATA is extremely important to the clients that we serve because it gives them independence and freedom and the ability to live a life free of violence.
Hi, my name is Janet Furpaz and I belong to the Venango County Blind Association, and it's been fun. It's been an adventure riding the bus because I never had to. It's a wonderful service, it really is.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Earhart. I'm the Executive Director from the Venango County Association for the Blind. All of our clients are blind or visually impaired, and many of them live alone and have very little support systems available to them, family and friends that are able to take them places during the day, especially to doctor's appointments, banking, legal appointments. Since CATA has partnered with Venango County Transit, the Persons with Disability Transportation Program and the ADA Transportation Program has just made a huge difference in our clients' lives and for the agency. They are able to access work, employment. They are able to access other community events. They are able to expand their social network. It is a truly wonderful program, especially for those between 18 and 65, and CATA is really promoting the use of this service and making it easier for our clients to access that service as well as their other services.
I've been able to go to all my medical appointments with CATA, and most of them are in Meadville or Hermitage, and that's really something because you have to have a ride to so many of these places. And that transportation service is just, it's wonderful. I really appreciate it. I can't say any more about it.
My name is Laura King and I'm the Human Resource Manager for CATA. As we brand our Lifeline service, we are adopting the internal core principles of integrity and respect. We hope that every employee uses integrity and respect with every client, every trip, and every interaction throughout the community that we serve. We hope that these core principles create the mindset that we are here to serve our community.
I think if victims of domestic violence didn't have access to reliable transportation, what that would mean for them is that they could possibly die. So it's a crucial and vital resource that we have in our rural community, and we couldn't do it without CATA.
In 2007, CATA operated out of a second-floor office suite with 16 vehicles and 12 employees and provided 238,000 passenger trips each year. Today, CATA is comprised of 85 men and women dedicated to public service with a fleet of 65 vehicles providing well over 1,000 passenger trips each day. CATA maintains 2 facilities in Meadville and is partnering with the PennDOT Bureau of Public Transportation in Venango County for a new multimodal facility in Oil City. In 2014, CATA was awarded the FTA Administrator's Award for Outstanding Public Service, a designation given to only 5 rural transit providers across the nation each year. Having a strong partnership with the PennDOT Bureau of Public Transportation, CATA has launched a compressed natural gas initiative in Meadville that will result in significant fuel savings. PennDOT has additionally invested in a statewide scheduling and dispatch system to enhance shared ride and paratransit services across the Commonwealth, and will be launching a similar technology initiative for all fixed route services. When you can approach your job with integrity and respect, you can do many wonderful things, and we're accomplishing great things here every day. Partners in Transit, because every trip matters.